YouTube. We're gonna go take a tour and water the garden this morning. So it's about 8 a.m. Usually I try to get out here earlier than this for watering in the morning, but we got up at 6 for... Hi, buddy. We got up at 6 for my baby's feeding this morning. We both fell back to sleep, so here we are. Right off the bat, there's been a ton of growth this week. We had a good rain last Thursday, and then we went away to my family's cottage for the weekend. Even though it had rained quite a bit, probably about half an inch, on Thursday I decided to give the garden a really good soak before we left on Friday. And then it was hot and sunny all weekend and everything just took off. Like these sunflowers, probably twice as tall as they were when I left them, which is amazing. This, look at this. Can we get... That's a zucchini plant. That zucchini wasn't even germinated when we left. If it was, I could barely see it. I thought it hadn't happened. I thought that I only had this zucchini plant coming up. So I think I'm gonna just tear this one out. I am slightly concerned for this zucchini though, because this sunflower just is right over top of him. This flower was supposed to be more like over there, but I guess the sometime when I was watering it probably got moved. But we'll see. If I have to, I'll transplant it, but I'd like to leave it there. I'm hoping as the sunflower gets bigger, it won't be as much of an issue for that. My peppers are doing very well. Look at the difference between, so the two rows closest to me are the ones I topped. And then the two behind are the ones I didn't. They're like inches taller. Almost twice as tall, not quite. I don't know if you can tell. But look at this. The new growth, oops. The new growth on these topped pepper plants is just absolutely insane. And there's new growth on these ones too, but just like nothing compared to these. My beans are finally starting to take off. I was getting a little worried that they had stunted in that cold snap, but they seem fine now, so that's great. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, like, this one's long enough that I've been kind of like putting it into the trellis. I don't know if they like grab onto things like peas or not. I've never grown beans before successfully. I tried to grow them last year, but only one little bean went up, so I'm not sure. Here are my cucumbers. And they are doing very well. This big one is really happy. I haven't had any issues with pests on them yet, thank goodness. Though I did find some cucumber beetles on my zucchini, so I quickly killed those. So this hole, I guess, is not going to germinate. So we've got 3 cucumbers on this side. We've got one here, and this little one just popped up. I didn't even see it yesterday. I wonder if that just happened overnight. These are my red onions. They're doing really well. Let's see if we can see. We're starting to get some, can you see that? We're starting to get some teeny little bulbs. exciting. I think that the cutting them every couple days has been working. Because last year I had very few onions turn into actual nice bulbs. You may have noticed, but I have a lot more rocks in my garden this week. It's a young girl, she's my friend's younger sister, and she lives with autism. She's the sweetest thing. And she has started a business. It's called Art Rocks by Christy. And it's amazing. So she painted all these rocks for me. And I got her to make a rock for each different vegetable I'm growing, and then a few rocks just to put my coffee cup on. Brilliant. This is that third tomatillo plant. This guy. It's amazing what this poor plant has been through. He was knocked over the other day and came right out of the pot. Somebody's been eating him. Like, I think this tomatillo plant is part cat because he's definitely on at least live 7 or 8. Can't believe that. Now here, my onions, yellow onions, they're starting to take off. The red onions got thick a lot sooner than these ones. Let's see if these ones have bulbs. I'm not seeing much of a bulb come up, but the stalks are really thick, so we'll see. A couple sunflowers. Maybe I put the sunflowers, because here's some more in the wrong spot. These are on the southernmost part of the bed, so maybe that was a mistake. Oh well. Here's my first planting of carrots, are really doing well. Second planting, I didn't get too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. Oh well, it's fine. The radishes have really, look at this. Look at that, that's a radish. That is a real life radish. Another one. Look at that baby. I'm so excited about those. It might be too hot for radishes, and if it is, I'll pull 1 or 2 when they're big enough, and if they're too intense, I'll just let them go to seed and harvest the pods. Here's my next round of radishes coming up behind. Pretty good. Some deadheading over here. They're looking really nice. It's just a forest of tomatoes here. They're growing strong. I've started pruning the bottom leaves or branches off of them. Look at this one, it's so tall. And I've also been pruning off the flowers because they've started to flower a little bit, and by pruning off the flowers before they can produce fruit, you force the plant to keep focusing on strengthening itself instead of producing fruit. So I'm gonna wait till they get a bit bigger, maybe another foot higher or so, and then I will let them start to produce fruit, because I want to have good, strong, healthy plants. My basil, there's another one in there. They're doing so well. They've gotten so big. So I actually pruned them last night. Maybe I'll make a video on pruning basil. So I sent a message to my entire extended family and said, if anyone needs fresh basil or oregano, call me and I will hook you up. Here's my citronella with forget-me-nots, but no forget-me-nots have come up yet. This is strawberry mint. Excited to see what that tastes like. The cucamelons, look at this, guys. They are starting to go. And here's the other side. They're starting to take off. I'm excited. I never got to this point last year. They died before we got this far, so this is a big deal. And my peas are If you follow my Instagram, you'll know that I've already gotten quite a few peas, and they have been just absolutely delicious. And look, there's some more pea flowers coming. More peas. I love them. My parsley though, I stuck it in there because there was a hole, but it's completely shaded, so I don't have high hopes for the parsley. And there's my other sneaky basil. Now my onions that I have planted in between the tomatoes, they're getting sunlight, so I think they'll be okay, but I'm wondering if I should just let their stalks grow so they can get tall and reach the light. I'm not sure. As I prune away the bottom branches of the tomatoes, they will get more light. Here's the flower bed. It's really filled in this week. We're starting to see like this, I'm pretty sure is Cosmos. This is 1000% nasturtium. So things are doing really well over here. The oregano plant, I think, is looking great. I might prune it back soon. Could probably use it. Oh no, what's that? I wonder if that's supposed to be like that, or if it's fungus. I hope not. Anyway, my celery are starting to look like they're happy in the ground, which is great. And Jupiter melons, I'm so excited about these. Sorry, it's actually the next day. I ran out of storage yesterday and wasn't able to get back out into the garden, so we'll finish the garden tour today. That's fine. So I was under the impression that you need 2 tomatillo plants to get fruit. And so I specifically made extra room in my garden and took out things I wanted to plant so that I could plant 2 tomatillo plants because they take up a ton of space. Well, turns out yesterday I found out you only need 1. So now I have 2. Actually, I have 3, so I can give away that other one. Lastly, let's check out the window box. So first off, we've got my iceberg lettuce, which this week we started eating from it, which is really yummy. Because this window box is shaded most of the day, we'll get lettuce all summer. It won't bolt, which is nice. This half of the box, which is the eastern half, gets sun until maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then the other side gets sun between 6 p.m. and maybe 9 p.m. Doesn't get very much sun, which is perfect for growing lettuce. Here are my peas. Starting to climb here. I can't get over this blue. Almost look sort of purpley in some lights, but it's just so pretty. Here's the red romaine lettuce. And we've been eating from this too. What's hilarious is this. This guy popped up this week. That's a spinach plant. I had planted spinach last year in this flower box, and it's amazing because the spinach stayed green through the whole winter, like until February or March, which is crazy because they got snowed on. It got like water in it that froze, and they stayed green. And it gets cold here. I think our weather is often similar to Maine. Sometimes they get more snowstorms than us because of where they're located, but it gets pretty nasty in the winter here. And then here's these peas. So this window box of peas hasn't given me any yet, but they will. And I'm wondering if because they are in the shade for most of the day, if they'll produce longer into the summer. And don't mind my diapers drying. Cloth diaper mom. But yeah, I'm really happy with the window box. It's looking really pretty.